Breaking news as we come on the air. The jury deadlocked what the judge has just ordered them to do in the highly charged trial of the police officer charged with shooting an unarmed man in the back. We will go straight to the courtroom. Also, the NFL star and the deadly road rage. The former football standout shot and killed. And now the outrage tonight. Authorities releasing the shooter. The building collapsed, the people trapped, and the woman who used her cell phone from underneath the rubble. Major storms set to hit this weekend, tornadoes and fires already, and now this. And the cold air about to sweep across the nation. The holiday warning, look at this, the thief posing as a UPS delivery man as the others rush in armed and dangerous. Authorities now need your help. And the holidays are here, and perhaps the biggest gift already. Can you guess our person of the week?
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night, and we begin with that bombshell from the jury in a South Carolina courtroom. The trial of former police officer Michael Slager in the fatal shooting of Walter Scott. Scott running off after being pulled over for a broken taillight. Slager chasing after him, then firing 8 times. Walter Scott was not armed. Officer Slager saying he fired until the threat was over. Just a short time ago, the jury revealing it is deadlocked. One of the jurors saying, "I cannot, without reasonable doubt, convict the defendant." How did the judge respond? He sent them back. ABC's Steve Osensami is in Charleston tonight.
There was drama in the jury room, and at one point tonight, it was looking very possible that this former police officer, seen on cell phone video shooting a black man in the back, would be going home to the welcome arms of his family. Michael Slager needed only one member of the nearly all-white jury to see his side, to agree that he fired those 8 bullets because he was afraid, even though his victim had already run nearly 18 feet away. The judge read a letter from one lone juror explaining how he couldn't convict on either charge.
I cannot, with good conscience, consider a guilty verdict. At the same time, my heart does not want to have to tell the Scott family that the man that killed their son, brother, and father is innocent.
Of the 6 white men, 5 white women, and the 1 black juror who was the foreman, it was very clear that a white juror in his 40s was a holdout, shaking his head no when the judge asked if they needed to hear back testimony from the young man who recorded the disturbing video. Appeals from Slager's attorney worked. In closing arguments, he told jurors they need to think blue and not white or black, and send what he feels is a message of support to police across America.
Don't let that happen.
Jurors sent back a handful of questions during deliberations. They wanted to know the difference between fear and passion, a sign they were debating not the murder charge, but the lesser charge of voluntary manslaughter.
Steve Osensami with us live tonight. And Steve, those jurors with another request for the judge just moments ago?
Yes, David, the jurors have had enough for the night. They wrote to the judge saying they'd like to go home for the weekend, and they'll start again first thing Monday morning. This has also been especially tough on the 2 families in this case. The Walter Scott family, the mother of Walter Scott, sat in tears today.
Steve Osensami with us tonight. Steve, thank you. ABC's chief legal analyst Dan Abrams is here. And Dan, you heard that late today. One juror has already said he cannot, without reasonable doubt, convict. So why would the judge send them back?
Because it's the judge's job to do whatever he can to try to have them reach a verdict. And sometimes that means sending them back more than once, reminding them, please listen to each other, talk, hear each other out. It happens in a lot of cases. And in some cases, the jurors will come back and say, Your Honor, we are hung. We simply cannot reach a verdict. But in others, and I've seen this happen, the jurors who insisted they couldn't reach a verdict come back and say, Your Honor, we've reached a verdict.
They've changed their mind.
We'll have to see.
Dan, thank you. We turn next tonight to another highly charged shooting involving a former NFL star shot and killed. It happened in New Orleans, an apparent case of road rage. And tonight, outraged, the driver has been set free. Former NFL player Joe McKnight died right there on the road, the gunman sitting by his car after police arrived. They say he admitted he did it. Tonight, authorities there urging calm and not revealing whether or not they'll press charges. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is in New Orleans.
Tonight, a former NFL running back dead, killed during what authorities are calling a road rage incident.
And McKnight with a ton of speed.
Investigators say 28-year-old Joe McKnight, a former USC standout who played for the Jets, was shot 3 times in the hand, shoulder, and chest. A bystander capturing first responders performing CPR on the former star player. Authorities have identified Ronald Gasser, seen here in cuffs, as the other driver who fired the deadly shots.
Mr. Gasser, at that particular location, admitted to shooting Joe McKnight Jr.
54-year-old Gasser was taken into custody, then released early this morning without being charged, sparking outrage.
And that's why we stand here. Why was he released?
Authorities say it all started about 3 p.m. Thursday on the Crescent City connection, saying one driver may have cut off the other. The 2 cars then traveling a little more than 6 miles to the intersection where it ended in tragedy. Witnesses reportedly seeing the 2 men arguing. The sheriff telling ABC News McKnight was not armed when Gasser fired those shots from his car.
The 3 casings were located within the vehicle. Mr. Gasser was in his vehicle when he fired 3 shots.
The sheriff promising a thorough investigation and no rush to judgment. Buffalo Bills running back Reggie Bush tweeting, he didn't deserve to die this way, and his family overcome with emotion.
The boy was just trying to make it back in the NFL. That's all he wanted to do. That was his whole dream.
And Eva Pilgrim joined us tonight from New Orleans. And Eva, the sheriff revealing something else about Joe McKnight and his relationship with the department?
That's right, David. The sheriff saying that this case is very personal for his department. The man who raised McKnight was a sheriff's deputy. David.
Eva, thank you. We turn next tonight here to President-elect Donald Trump and reports of a call with Taiwan. It is believed this could be the first time a president-elect or president has talked with Taiwan since 1979. And could this cause problems with China? Meanwhile, tonight, Hillary Clinton's growing lead in the popular vote, now earning her more votes than any other presidential candidate in history other than Barack Obama. Her team in a shouting match with Team Trump in what is usually a calm discussion of victory and defeat. Here's ABC's Tom Yamas.
Tonight, President-elect Donald Trump hunkered down in Trump Tower after taking the transition on a wild ride to Cincinnati, capped by a surprise announcement.
We are going to appoint Mad Dog Mattis as our Secretary of Defense.
Mattis, a hard-charging retired general, a 41-year veteran of the Marine Corps. Mattis served as head of U.S. Central Command, overseeing the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
They say he's the closest thing to General George Patton that we have, and it's about time. It's about time.
Trump breaking the news during a raucous rally that looked and sounded just like his campaign.
We did have a lot of fun fighting Hillary, didn't we? Right?
The wounds from the election still raw and on vivid display at a Harvard conference of top officials from both campaigns. Trump campaign manager Kellyanne Conway clashing with Clinton communications director Jennifer Palmieri, who accused Team Trump of appealing to racists.
If providing a platform for white supremacists makes me a brilliant tactician, I am glad to have lost. I would rather lose than win the way you guys did.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes. Yes.
That's very clear today. No, you wouldn't, respectfully.
But then Conway defending herself and the campaign.
Do you think I ran a campaign where white supremacists had a platform? You going to look me in the face and tell me that?
It did. Kellyanne
really?
did.
Oh, and that's how you lost?
It did.
Do you think you could have just had a decent message for the white working class voters? How about it's Hillary Clinton? She doesn't connect with people. How about they have nothing in common with her? How about you had no economic message?
Clinton campaign manager Robbie Mook acknowledging mistakes, but blaming FBI Director James Comey for upending the race by reviving the investigation into Clinton's private email server.
If you ask me what is the single greatest headwind we faced on the race, it was the 2 letters by James Comey.
Still, Clinton strategist Joel Benenson reminding Team Trump Clinton now leads in the popular vote by 2.5 million votes.
Don't act as if you have some popular mandate for your message. The fact of the matter is that more Americans voted for Hillary Clinton than Donald Trump.
Conway calling Team Clinton bitter.
Guys, I can tell you're angry, but wow. I mean, hashtag he's your president. How's that?
And Trump's original campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, revealing the challenges of working for the president-elect.
Candidly, look, it's very difficult, I think, for any one person to give him advice on something where he has a mindset on and change that opinion.
Clearly, the wounds between these two campaigns still very raw. Tom Yamas live at Trump Tower tonight. And Tom, what do we know about that call with Taiwan?
David, this is a stunning development, something that has not happened in nearly 40 years. Right now, the U.S. has no diplomatic relationship with Taiwan, treating it as part of China. But tonight we've learned from the president-elect's team that Donald Trump and the president of Taiwan had, quote, discussed the close economic, political, and security ties. David, tonight experts tell us China is not going to take this news well.
All right,
David?
Tom Yamas tonight. Tom will anchor this newscast this weekend. Tom, thanks. Next tonight, we are tracking new storms set to hit this weekend. Many of those storms where the tornadoes and the fires have already ravaged the South. And tonight, the family of John and Janet Summers learning they did not survive the fires. They were in that part of Tennessee to celebrate Thanksgiving. ABC's Gio Benitez on the family members who did escape.
So this is what's left.
In the Great Smoky Mountains, a first look at the devastation for anxious residents.
My mom and dad lived here, and this was my childhood home.
Jocelyn Clabo's father built this house. Now it's all gone.
Mostly melted everything. It's like losing your life in a way, especially things that I'll never get back ever.
Go. Officials say alerts to evacuate were sent just after 9 p.m. Monday night, but by then the wildfires were already raging through.
If the people did not receive the message that we sent out, then of course we're unsatisfied with it.
People in this area had gone to bed, woken up when neighbors saw ashes on their house. This is all that's left, home after home, destroyed. The death toll rising tonight to 13. The family of John and Janet Summers, missing since Monday night, learning today they didn't make it out. Their two sons remain in the hospital tonight. For them and hundreds of others, it'll be a holiday spent grieving and rebuilding. Gio Benitez, ABC News, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Gio, thank you. Tennessee and all of the South now bracing for more powerful storms. Also, much of this country tonight bracing for the coldest air of the season now sweeping in. So let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano tracking both stories. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. This next system will impact the tornado zone and the fire zone, but may very well bring flooding to Texas first. Take a look at the maps in motion. Some winter weather across the Texas Panhandle and also New Mexico. It all moves east, several rounds of it. 3 to 7 inches of rain likely from Austin to Atlanta. And when that system moves out, winter moves in. Arctic air dropping wind chills below 0 in spots for the first time this year. And it all moves east, so get ready for some cold, David.
All right, Rob, thanks for your reporting all week here. We were also tracking dramatic pictures this afternoon in the newsroom after word of a building collapsing, people trapped, and tonight we have learned that a woman underneath the rubble used her cell phone to make a life-saving call. ABC's Lindsay Davis now with the images from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
An eruption of cheers this afternoon as rescue workers pulled this woman from the rubble of a collapsed building today, thanks in part to a phone call with her mother. Officials say the 22-year-old talked on the phone with her mom as crews feverishly worked to locate her.
We know roughly where she's at. She can't see daylight, so we know that means that she's covered with debris.
Rescue workers also managed to pull her dog out alive, but a construction worker remains trapped. His family waits anxiously at the scene.
The process continues to find our second victim. We have not lost any hope.
The building, which was undergoing renovation, collapsed this morning in downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tonight, that young woman is described as alive and well in a nearby hospital with injuries to her leg. Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Lindsay, thank you. Next tonight to the economy and to a promising report on jobs tonight showing 178,000 new jobs created in November. The unemployment rate falling to 4.6%. That's a 9-year low. It is now back to where it was before the Great Recession hit, as President Obama now prepares to hand off the presidency to our president-elect, Donald Trump. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday, and the urgent warning: the thief posing as a UPS driver and the others waiting to rush in. Watch this. Armed, the thieves move in. They warn of this scam around the holidays, where this happened, and authorities now asking for your help at this hour. Then the pipeline protest we've been following, new images, and the demonstrators now facing a deadline. Groups of veterans now joining as human shields. And then the climber in trouble with the law tonight after scaling multiple buildings right here in New York City, dangling hundreds of feet up. Authorities are not happy. The picture's coming up.
My friends think doing this at my age is scary. And I say, not if you protect yourself. What is scary? Pneumococcal pneumonia. It's a serious disease. My doctor said the risk is greater. Now that I'm over 50! Yeah!
Just one dose of the Prevnar 13 vaccine can help protect you from pneumococcal pneumonia, an illness that can cause coughing, chest pain, difficulty breathing, and may even put you in the hospital. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults 18 and older to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. You should not receive Prevnar 13 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. If you have a weakened immune system, you may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most common side effects were pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, limited arm movement, fatigue, headache, muscle pain,